Hey everyone, my name is Varsha Santosh and I'm from Protein. So today we are going to try and understand a little bit about mental health, which is very important for our overall well-being and for our holistic development. So to enlighten us a little bit about this topic, we have Dr. Slesha Bhagadia. She is a psychiatrist and a psychotherapist in Bangalore. She works with young adults and their families and runs group therapy and family therapy programs for personality disorder and enduring trauma. So she believes our youth is a product of their environment. So she believes it is imperative to improve the family system on the whole rather than identifying a problem within one person. So it is an honor and we welcome you. Good afternoon, ma'am. Welcome to Protein.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Yes, ma'am. So let's start with the basic question like, what is mental health? Can you define it or say what exactly is mental health?
So, mental health is, I would say, very much like physical health, except it focuses more on our mind and our emotions and how these can affect our daily functioning.
Uh,
Simply put, that is how mental health would be described.
okay, so is there a difference between mental health and mental well-being?
Yeah, I mean, as much as the difference would be between physical health and physical well-being. So, well-being is what we usually describe as our usual day-to-day. What makes us feel good, what makes us stay at a balance. And if we feel like this needs addressing a little bit more, then we can say, "Oh, I need to address my mental health, or I need to address my physical health." So. That is the only difference. Mental health would include when you're not feeling good also, and
Okay.
mental well-being is more or less more in terms of when we are doing all right and maintaining a general sense of well-being. That would be the only difference.
Okay. Okay. So if you can we say that is mental health any issues regarding mental health a disability or a sickness? So how do you put it? Is it a flaw or a sickness?
So I think it's difficult to just put a umbrella on it and saying that all mental health issues are disability or sickness. So a mental health issue could be something as small as, let's say, me getting a little anxious just before this call. I might be, oh, I have to be careful. I have to, what am I going to say? Me getting a little nervous. But if
Okay.
this happens to me all the time, if I am not able to carry on with the call, if I am, completely breaking down in front of, say, a large number of people, that means it's a little bit more than just a small issue. It is perhaps a problem that I'm encountering. Now, there is a range in this, right? For some people, it may reach a point of becoming a disability where they are not able to maintain daily functioning. And to put it under disability would mean that they need something more than what is basically provided for. So you give me notice to join the call, I join the call, and I give myself some time to prepare for it. But with someone with a disability, you'd have to check a little bit more, maybe everyone else should switch off their videos. Maybe we'll record it first and then stream live. So it reaches a point of disability if it affects functioning, right? So if it is affecting a functioning to an extent where they are not able to overcome it themselves, then it can reach a point of disability. Of course, there are a range of mental health issues, which some of them are short term, right? So they may be disabling for a short period of time, during which time they're not able to carry out their daily activities. But for some people, there are some mental illnesses which may be very severe, and this is a small percentage, but it can be very severe where it becomes a chronic disability. And so, in that way, it could be a disability. All mental health issues that we might talk about later today, be it anxiety, depression, stress, or even severe illnesses, they are all caused by changes in our brain and in our chemicals in the brain. So if you are looking at it from if sickness is you know um, problems in functioning, then it could be called as a sickness, right?
Okay.
So in that way, it is a sickness, but not like a sickness that can't be overcome. um, so I don't know if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah, kind of. It makes sense. So just because you mentioned about anxiousness yeah, anxiousness and feeling a bit low is something very common seen among teens right now. So they use this word I'm depressed, just because they feel a bit anxious. So do you think, or can we actually term that feeling that way? Can we say that feeling low is equivalent to being depressed, or feeling low, is it equivalent to having a mental health issue?
I would say just feeling low is not equivalent to depression. Okay, so when we are starting to use the word depression, then we have to be a little bit more aware of what depression is, right? And in a way, it's a good thing that everyone is talking about depression, which means that more and more people are asking these questions. You know, is it okay if I'm feeling low? Is it enough? So just feeling low is not depression. But if you're feeling low persistently for a long period of time, if it is also accompanied by other symptoms such as not being able to sleep, not being able to concentrate, and the most important thing is not feeling like anything is joyful anymore. You know, even things that you
Okay.
used to enjoy before, you're not enjoying anymore. Um,
Okay.
or not having any interest in eating, generally feeling very tearful and sad all the time. And this has to persist for at least a few weeks. And it has to persist during all activities, when we are doing things that we like, also when we're doing things that we don't like also. So during all the time, it's like a gray gloominess that is there all the time. And sometimes it can be sinking into much more sort of, feeling dark all the time, and can be even like not feeling like doing any activities, isolating from everyone. So just feeling low is not equivalent to depression, but it is at least a starting point of identifying, okay, what am I feeling and what is making me feel low? For example, if something we're expecting really excitedly and it gets cancelled and we feel low and dejected, that's not depression, right? There is a reason why we felt low. And after some time, we were able to, okay, understand it or overcome it, and we were able to get on with our life. So
Okay.
it's important to not think of that as depression, but it's important to recognize, okay, what is this? What is this low feeling? Can I talk to someone and figure out what it is? And is there something that just is helping me to bounce back? Then maybe it's not depression.
Okay. So does mental health issues have an effect on your family relations? Because this persistent feeling, when I mean family relations, I really don't mean about people neglecting you or going away or the family support. Does that, including that, does it have an impact even on the health of the family overall?
Absolutely. See, all mental health issues can have an impact on the family, can have an impact. The family's kind of response can have an impact on how the person overcomes the mental health issues also. Right
Okay.
now, this example of feeling low and not being able to bounce back. Sometimes if family don't understand it, they might call the person lazy, or if someone is going through depression, family may not understand what's going on, and even well-meaning family members may not be very helpful. So that means the person who is struggling may not be able to overcome it because of that. Also, the other thing that can happen is when there is a mental health issue in the person, they may react badly to family interactions. They may show their anger towards their family members, and they may be more upset with family members than with outsiders. So the family members may face the repercussions also of someone going through a mental illness or mental health difficulties. So it can affect both ways.
Subscribe to our channel and don't forget to hit the bell icon.